Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I look a little bit weird because I've done half of my face already, but it's just because I was doing a short video. And today's video is in collaboration with Kerry K. She's one of my friends that I met through Make Me Up Mister, so if you don't follow or subscribe to either of those, definitely do that now. Today we are doing the same look with the same palette, both inspired by this picture right here. This is Julie FMUE. I'll put it on the screen because you probably can't see the screen. This is the look that we are both going to recreate. Our videos are up both together, so you don't have to wait or anything. Yeah, this is the look, and I'm actually going to show you how I do the full face. Obviously it's a half face because I've done half, but this is what we are working with. You can see I've got a whole bunch of texture. I've got a breakout here, I've got one down here, I've got texture, I've got scarring, and then over here it is beautiful and perfected. So I'm going to start off with my eyes and then I'll show you the base, and yeah, let's jump in. Okay, so starting off, I'm using the Sunset Horizons palette by beautybay. I've primed my eye with Amylouise base 2. I always do this, this is nothing new. It's already on. I'm just going to tap out any creases because I primed this eye before I even primed this eye, and then I did all of this. So we're just going back over here. Already, the only thing I've got on my skin other than skincare is my Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. I'm starting off with a Morphe Jeffree Star JS12, and I'm going to start off with the darkest purple in this. This is called Twilight. And this is going to go all the way through my crease, but first we're going to go from the lower lash line up and out so that we can start to create that shape. You can see it's very winged off. We do clean this up, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want that so that you can build everything else off it. And then I'm just going to take it all the way through and just a bit above my natural crease. Okay, so I've got that shade all the way through my crease. You can see when I look forward, it's still visible above my crease. Now I'm going in with a Morphe M456 with a bristle sticking out. M456, and I'm going in with the shade Hibiscus, which is right here. I'm taking this 50% on, 50% off the previous shade, and I'm not going to blend down here. Like I said, I'm going to clean this up and make it really nice and sharp. We're just going above this rounded shape through the crease. So I'm just going to go backwards and forwards to build my shade up side to side and slowly build this shade in and blend out that previous. Like I always say, this does not have to be perfect because we're gonna go back in, re-intensify everything. This is just our roadmap to success. Next I'm going in with a Morphe M433, and I'm going in with the very bright pink in here. This is called Flamingo. And again, I'm keeping this 50% on, 50% off throughout this full arched area. Next I'm going in with a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH33, and we are going in with Sorbet, the darker orange in the palette. Same thing again, 50% on, 50% off the pink shade that we've got. And then I'm going in with a really nice big fluffy brush. This one is a iMovie M441, and I'm going in with the lighter orange, which is just here, called Reef. And we're going to dust that 50% off, 50% off again. Now you can see that this is looking very pink and purple. It gets there, but it's through the process of going in and re-intensifying your colours, blending, that it gets to that orange and yellow and everything else that's going on. I'm going in with a JH32, again Morphe, and I'm going in with Zest, which is the bright yellow. I have done quite a few videos using this palette recently, and this palette's also in my giveaway, so if you're interested in possibly winning this palette, then keep your eyes peeled, because I have a video coming out in a few days explaining the giveaway and what I'm giving away and everything that goes along with that. So that will be coming very soon. So I'm just popping the yellow right on the very outer edge of everything that we've just done. And then I'm going to really make sure to get that on the inner corner where it starts to go into your nose. And again, really making sure to blend out the edge just up here. Okay, from here we're going to go back to the beginning and we're going to re-intensify the colours. So I'm going to go in with the darkest purple first. Then the lighter purple. I had the gas man around this morning, so I was actually doing this half while the gas man was here, hence why I ended up doing a half a face, because I was just sat here like, hurry up, leave, let me do my makeup, I can't talk to a camera while. He was literally stood outside my bedroom door, because that's where my boiler is. It's literally right outside my bedroom door, and my bedroom door's right there. So I didn't want to be talking to myself essentially while the gas man is not only within earshot, he's basically in the same room. Like that would be So I'm going in with a pink now. Can you see how this is transforming? Now I'm going in with that second layer. Before I started going in with the second layer, it was like beginner level, just started doing makeup. This is like, you're getting there. And then over here is like, yes, you know what you're doing. Does that make sense? It just transforms everything. You get all the pigmentation, the blend, just everything just comes together in this second blend. And half the time you're not even going in with as much effort as the first blend. In with the yellow. Okay, so we've got to this point. Now this is a pretty good blend, but I want to make sure that it's right there. So I'm going to really look, inspect and see if there's any obvious demarcation lines or just any lines that are obvious between the shades. I'm then going to go in and just finesse those a little bit. So my two purples are great. I need a little bit more pink, so I'm just going to pick up my pink brush, tiny little bit. And let's just add that in, and it's just a case of working out what needs to be added where I didn't quite get that in there. So that looks good. I do want a little bit more of that deeper orange. I'm just going to go in with that as well. And then I'm going to go in with the yellow. So I'm skipping the medium orange and I'm just going to go straight in with the yellow. Yeah, now that is where I wanted it to be. So I'm going to take my blank canvas by Amylouise and I'm going to cut my crease. And this is just going to be a half cut crease. I'm using a 7072 Amylouise brush, just the ones that come with the crisp finishes. Let's cut this crease. Okay, now that that is on, I'm going to take this M224, it's just a flat brush, and I'm taking the gold shade in here called, what is this called? Mirage. I'm just going to pop this all over that, I mean look at that, all over that cut crease. Okay, so that is almost the entire look finished. I'm going to go back to that first brush with the dark purple and a bit more of that dark purple, and I'm going to tap it on the very edge of the eye. I'm just tapping because that's going to then lay over the gold, any gold that I've got on there. But also there was like a little tiny gap where I've not got any shadow, so I'm just going to tap on over. I'm then going to go to that second brush with hibiscus on it, and from here I'm going to go from the dark purple and flick towards the my inner corner. I'm not taking it to my inner corner, but I'm flicking that way. So you can see I've got my brush and I'm going to place it on the dark purple and just flick, and then I'm going to tap on over with the side of the brush. This is going to start to get that sexiness going. Now I am angling this slightly, you can see, down, because I want to create almost like a teardrop shape without actually creating a teardrop shape. That is completely personal preference. So I'm just tapping the lighter on this hibiscus shade. And I'm going to flick. So I'm like flicking and then I'm tapping and then I'm going to do some more flicking. I'm going to go back to that darker purple and a little bit more down towards my lash line, just down here. And then I'm going to pick up a Morphe M456, and there is this beautiful pastel violet, what I like to call Parma violet, if you know what I'm talking about, and you have the best taste in sweets. And I'm just going to tap on over that because the hibiscus shade is very far from gold. Also is the Parma violet shade, but it's lighter, so it just helps that blend just that little bit. And I'm just going to go in between the two brushes and get that blend just how I wanted it. Now I'm not like doing circular motions or anything, I'm just tapping because I don't want to pick up that gold. I just want to place the purples down. So there's only 3 purples in this palette and I'm using them up. And then I'm going to get the brush with my gold on it, no extra product, and I'm just going to tap on over as well. So you should have something like that looks like this. Cotton bud and micellar water. You can see I used one side for my other eye. Get a bit of micellar water on there. Roll it on the back of your hand so that all the micellar water is like fully distributed through the cotton, and then when you place it down it doesn't scorch out. I've said this in every video I think. And we're gonna clean up here. Now you can see I went really like whoosh, like I quite really high, sharp, very like upright rather than like outwards. So I'm going to do the same again. I'm just placing it on my lower lash line, and for me it's just like following my natural lower lash line upwards. Everyone's eyes are shaped differently. Do it on whatever angle you feel comfortable. So I'm just going to place it down. Okay, so I'm just tapping with my finger the edge because the purple does kind of like to travel along with the cotton bud. It kind of outlines the other shadows. I'm just gonna bin that, and now we're gonna go on to, well, I'm gonna put some mascara on first. So we're gonna go on to my base. Like I said, I have already primed with the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Cushion, Mega Cushion Colour Corrector. This one is the green one. And this is a Morphe M439 brush. This is not something that I do every day, just when I fancy being extra, to be honest. And I'm just putting this over the areas where I have the most redness, where I've got the most scarring. So my forehead I don't touch. It's just like my cheek and down here where I have got the most redness. And this is, you know, when I said on my how to cover dark circles, I was like, you don't need the brightest orange to colour correct, it just needs to be like a hue of colour. This is green, but I'm not painting myself looking like the Grinch. It's just a hue of colour, and it makes such a difference. I'm going to go in with my XX Revolution foundation, and I'm going to do like 1 1/4 pumps, if that, just like a dot. If you want to see a full review on this foundation, I have that on my channel. And I'm just using my Morphe Y6, and I'm pat and dragging in really small motions to cover my entire face. This foundation is a little bit too light for me, but once I've got everything else on, it's fine. Now I'm not taking this under, like right under my eye. What did I create there? I must have got some purple somewhere on my nose. So I'm not going directly under my eye, I'm creating like a mask almost, because that's where my concealer is going to be. And then I'm just going to do my forehead real quick. My brows, I've kind of not really been doing them. I just put like pink honey on them, brush them up and leave them most days, I'll be honest. Like, I'm really being lazy with my brows. So once I've done my tap and drag, I do like to take another couple of seconds just to tap on over any areas where I've got extra texture. This will give you any extra products that's in your brush. It'll really make sure that it's compacted. It'll help reduce any texture. You can see the demarcation between sides, even though I'm using the same foundation, just because I've got like the rest of my base on. And also I'm pretty sure this slightly oxidizes, like really tiny amount, but I'm calling it that it oxidizes. Next I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Tantor. This is in the shade Light, and I'm using this Real Techniques, I think this was a buffing brush, there's no name on it anymore. Buffing brush, it's just a small domed brush. I just go tap tap, close the lid. Like that's all you need. You really don't need to go in with a lot of this. Right here, I'm placing this. You can see I've got this little like divot in my face. This is where I like to contour. I do have a video coming up very soon in a few days on how to contour, so I'm not going to go into it too much because then I'm giving away all my secrets. But I'm just going to tap this in. I'm going to pop a little bit up in the corner of my forehead, and then I'm just going to tap this out. The contouring video that is coming up is going to be on how to contour your face. So I've done a chart with everybody's different face shapes and what is the best way to contour, and on the chart I've also placed blush and highlighter. Okay, so you can see this is really light. I've not gone crazy. I don't want like a line on my face. And then I'm taking a nice big fluffy brush. This is a BH Cosmetics It's My Ray number 2 brush. This is it. And I'm taking my Primark Bronze Whip, and I use the smallest amount. I just like really lightly feather in. I love this stuff, Primark. I know that you're not watching, but if you are, please bring this out in like 6 other shades, please. And I'm just gonna really lightly go all over the entire area of where I've just contoured, but in a bigger area. So my contour's here, and I'm taking my blush all around it. And this is my cream bronzer. I'm gonna add a little bit over here. Just like that. And then I'd like to take whatever's left on my brush, and I'm just going to tap it over my nose. I really don't contour my nose unless I'm really feeling bougie, then I'll contour my nose, but I don't really see the point. I've got a very straight nose, it's not overly big, it suits my face, it fits my face, so for me it's not really necessary. Did I skip? Apparently I forgot to add foundation on the end of my nose. Yeah. Next I'm taking the MUA blushed with liquid cream blush in the shade Misty Rose, and where is it? The Real Techniques 302 brush. I think they'll stop making this, honestly, and I'm really upset. Again, I don't think Real Techniques are watching, but if you are, please bring this back out. I love this brush. I have quite a few of these. They're great for foundation, they're great for cream contour, they're great for cream blush. I've used it even for highlight. Amazing. Great for applying liquid products onto clients like moisturiser and primer and stuff. Love it. With this, I literally just squeeze the tube and just like let a little bit out. So I'm placing this on the apples of my cheek and up towards my temple, going lightly, and then build this up. I'm just gonna tap this with this brush because it's dense but it's not too dense, so it'll be able to blend it out and just make it beautiful, fluffy gorgeousness. And I'm taking this up to my temple too, and I'm not taking it any lower than my natural divot, so it can go slightly over my bronzer but not to my contour. And I'm taking it just into my apples of my cheeks, but not really. So like this is my apple of my cheek and I'm taking it halfway. I like to concentrate more on the top of the cheekbone. That is just the way I like it. Next we've got concealer. I'm going to go in with the XX Revolution concealer as well, and I'm just going to apply just there. I've stopped putting it on my forehead, I've stopped putting concealer, chin, my nose, my forehead, all those places. It's just I'm on a makeup like revolution. No, that's not the word. My makeup style is evolving. My god, what is happening to me? Over lockdown I'm noticing things that I used to live for are changing. I'm not doing things as much like nose contouring. I'm just not there for it anymore. I'm taking my Real Techniques 305 brush. This needs a wash. It's got concealer from the other side. I'm just gonna tap this for starters. Move it about where I need it for start. And then I'm going to use the very tip of my brush to get right up to my eyeshadow. See that? Yes, it's a line. Don't worry, I'm going to blend that out. But I'm going to do this bit first. So again, I'm just going to tap. Just here. Meet up in the middle. And then I'm going to make sure to get to the inner corner, you see? And then I'm going to start to pull this down. This is why I love a fluffy brush. And I'm going to pull it down. So here I'm bringing it all the way to about here, but up here I'm barely touching it. I'm just flicking it out and down the side of my nose, just to like where my nostril is. And then I can tap on over with my finger so that it's not like super sharp. So I've got that. This is not only going to reinforce that sharpness of that line, but it's going to bring lift to the face. And then where is... I take my blush brush again and just tap it over. And that's going to blend between the two, make sure there's no harsh lines. Just pounce over the top. No extra product. Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie Powder, my fave. And the Morphe, I don't know what sponge this is, but this one. I'm going to tap into the powder and then roll it into the lid so that there's no excess. And then close the lid. And then I'm going to pop this under my eye. Pouncing it under there. And then straight away, I'm not leaving this to sit on my skin. I'm taking a big fluffy brush, no extra product. I'm going to sweep this away. And then I'm going to brush any excess that is just picked up on the brush over my skin. Yes, I have oily combo skin, but I'm really like losing my love of powders. Obviously I do need to set my base, but this tiny amount of powder is enough. And then I take a smaller angle brush and I go right under the eye and make sure there is zero excess. And again, I like to dust over everywhere just to make sure that everything is blended. Okay, I'm going in with Beauty Bay Glaze. I love this. I'm not going in too much, I'm just tapping in. I'm going to apply it to the high points of my cheek and into my temple. I'm not going in too much, but it's still pretty blinding. A little bit on my chin, end of my nose, bridge of my nose, and then on my forehead. I like to go like all in the center of my forehead. And that is my highlight. I'm not going in with powder bronzer, powder blush. I want this to still be really like soft and airy and almost natural because I've got quite a bold eye and I'm going in with a bold lip, which I'm going to do next, and then we're going to finish off the eye. This is Amylouise Lip Base in Relentless Rouge. And I'm just going to take a lip brush and pop this on. This is basically a bullet lipstick that is in a squeezy tube. You can mix and match all the shades to create your perfect shade, but yeah, that is basically what they are. And I really like them. So I'm just gonna pop this on. Okay, lip is on. I'm gonna put on some lashes. So I'm going to put these ones on. These are the Doll Beauty DB49. Yeah, I know I keep wearing them, but they're just so pretty. If you don't know how to apply lashes, I do have a full on tutorial style video. All my tips and tricks are in that video. Okay, lashes are on. Yay. Okay, lower lash line. We're almost done, and it's a full face. I'm going in with that very first brush that we went in with the darkest purple, and I'm gonna run this right. Oh wait, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go in with a different brush, a smaller brush. This is a JS13 by Morphe with that dark purple, and I'm gonna run this along my lower lash line to about what, 2/3 of the way. I'm not winging this up to the outer corner, and I'm doing this on purpose. I'm going to go in with other shades, but I don't want the purples there because I want that purple to be really nice and sharp. So I'm going to just apply this here, and then I'm going to go in with the first brush that I went in with, the JS13, but I'm going in with the hibiscus shade, and I'm going to blend this out. And then in with the second brush that we used originally with the hibiscus shade, and I'm going to go in with hibiscus on its own just below. And then taking the JH33 with the orange on it, pick up a little bit of the orange, the dark orange, and we're going to dust right below that purple. And then I'm going to take it from the outer corner. Now if your lashes, if you don't want to put your lashes on first, you can put your lashes on last because they can get in the way. I'm kind of used to it. I'm going to like tuck my brush under my lashes and just blend out the edge just here and take this up. So there it goes all the way up. And then going in with the M441 and the lighter orange. And we're going to do the same thing. And then in with the yellow, same thing again, right underneath. So we're basically covering up our entire eye bag. So you should have something that looks like this. It's not like overly saturated, it's just like a wash of those colours. And then I'm taking a, what is this? JS13 and that gold shade that we've got on the lid, any small little bullet brush. And I'm going to pop this on my inner corner. And on the blank space that we've got right at the front of the lower lash line. Okay, I'm taking a this is actually a brow brush by Morphe, the M158. Any tiny little angle brush will do. You can also use like a liner brush, but I prefer an angled brush. And I'm going in with this by Amylouise. It is in the shade Ibiza, or Ibiza. It's Ibiza. And I'm going to apply this to my waterline. Just like that, and then a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes. Okay, right, I am going to do something to my brows just because they look kind of out of place a little bit with such bold makeup. So I'm going to go in with my Makeup Revolution, what is this even? I think it's like the micro pencil, tiny little end. And I'm just going to add in a couple of hair strokes throughout my brows really lightly. This is in dark brown. I'm just going to really lightly sketch some hairs in. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, you can see the difference, like that tiny little bit. Yeah, that's it. That's way better. And then just some setting spray. I'm going with my kimchi. I really like how this look came out. I'm just gonna quickly do my hair. Okay guys, this is the finished look. Everything complete. Like I said, make sure to make sure to check out Kerry's video. It's in collaboration with this look, so she's doing her own version of this, her own take, her own recreation of this look. I have not seen it yet. I'm sure it's amazing. And yeah, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to be one of my coffee beans, there is a link in the description box below. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, the subscribe and the comment button, and leave me down a, what can we leave today? What can be the emoji of today? Leave me a leave me down below a clown emoji, just because why not? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.